Well, fellas, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I have to talk about the FJ75, which is sitting here down the barn and waiting for a solution. At least for parts, I guess. So I have to show you something. But first, I need to grab some gloves to take out the big bad boy, which cost me nuts. Because, yeah, if you haven't seen the footage, part 1 and 2, disassembling the engine, better you watch this before you're getting into this topic.
What a great day to be alive!
Because otherwise, maybe you get some complaints about my guess. Yes. I told you, it's a bad boy. Alright. As you can see, fellas, that's the head of my 6-banger. Right on the other side of the car. We had big trouble because of head gasket issues. Back in January, I got a beautiful new head gasket set kit and I put it right on there, but the failure was still there. So afterwards, I ripped it apart the second time and thought, now you have to do it the proper way. So I took in place a specialist who was knowledgeable about getting back heads to a functional operating, and he told me, write this. So come closer, fellas. So from a very close perspective, you can see this head is looking not great, but doesn't matter for a good function one. But what matters are those marks. And as you can count as I can, I see 3 marks. So let's check out the first one. Right from the outtake valve, you have a cracked head. Right behind the sit of the valve is the head cracked. And if you move over, you have the same on this valve, and you have the same on this valve. Right behind the valve, the head is cracked. You can see it really with your eyes. You have to get, I guess, a pressure test underwater, something like that. And the guy saw some bubbles. So that means it will be not enough to just get a good surface back, a straight surface. We really need to do something with the cracks, because the car is still burning water through the cracks, and we will not get this sealed with any kind of gasket. I asked him what he is thinking about this head, and he just made a quick solution and told me, just throw it over and get another one, because it's not worth it to weld those cracks behind the valves. There are some specialists and they can do that, but 95% 6.88999999 after or as with his knowledge, he said they are coming back because the head's cracking again, nearly at the same places. So if you weld this, the head is cracking right on the left side or on the right side or on the top, just near or close to the crack it was before. Here you can see a little bit the crack already. So then I got in touch with some guys over the old interwebs, and there were actually two guys from the Great Britain area, and they wanted a quick deal, a very quick deal, that I got a little bit more attention to the business. And it turned out they were a scammer. So this was not happen. And I found a guy in Berlin, but wrong head. It was also not happen. So now I'm searching right over the world for a good 311 head to get my boy back connected with everything. So, fellas and fellacitas, if you have an idea what I can do, just please bleep bloop it down and don't hesitate. Get in touch with me and tell me what can I do, fellas and fellacitas. Do you know someone who knows someone who maybe has a cousin or something like that who is able to fix that issue? Do you have another idea to do something with the head? Or maybe you have a good head for me and you can get in touch with me and I can buy it. Needed to send to Germany. Yeah, so just bleep bloop it down. I'm a little bit lost right now with all my thoughts and ideas because right here in the middle of Germany was nothing quick happen to get a head. Otherwise, I would already assemble the engine with a new one because you just put a new one on, right? With a gasket set I already have ordered. But so far, nothing is available close by, fellas and fellacitas. I will show you closer the numbers so you get an idea which head I need. And by the way, I measured the head with the 2F series. So it's also a 6-bagger. It's the older version of the 3F series. And the head is a little bit different. I will show you what we got for informations about those ones. So the 2F head has a different intake for the holes of thermostat, and the other one was 9 millimeters thicker. So that can mean my head already got some refurbishment in the past, nobody knows, or the thickness of a 2F series is a little bit more than the 3F series. Nearly everything was close to the same, and the valve cover was also different. I try to remember. So if you know, or if you know a little bit better, also please, fellas and fellacitas, bleep bloop it down. So what we are talking about, 6-banger, that's for sure, 3F Petrol version, and we got a number. So if I can read it right, it's a 61050 or it's a 81050, and we can see a 9 and a 5. So this just from the top, we have here a 4, and we have here a written on this. Those ones are 25 millimeters. I can get it. So let's see. freeze plug still on there. See, is something here written in? No. Nothing is on this side where the spark plugs are sitting. There's just nothing. And here's just sitting my thermostat on this side, if I remember the right way. So that's it, fellas and fellacitas. I need a new head. Please go in touch with me if you have something to give me a good help for the FJ75 series, because the boy needs to be back on the road. We want to do some holidays with it, because you can sleep up in there, right here on the top. Beautiful. And we have a kitchen as well. Did I ever show you this? So right over there we have a sliding out cooker, sliding out cut plate. Usually here is the fridge sitting. We have some knives over here. Yeah, we have here all our cooking supply. And here's also a little table. Usually we have here our oil and sugar and salt and pepper, stuff like that. Yeah, so the car is usually ready to go. But with no head, the car won't go anywhere. And over there we have a beautiful, also foldable bed. Up in there. It's just gorgeous. Fellas and fellacitas, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share all the footage if you don't have. And please comment below. I don't need haters, I need help. I do it my way, and for sure there are out there mechanics who knows a little bit better than me. But so far I did pretty well without a new head. So would be lovely if you have something for me. Fellas and fellacitas, I will be back with another episode of 4-wheel shed. Let's see what brings the future. What is the next flavor? So now I will put the bad boy back into the trunk area, which is usually my cooking and sleeping area. You could imagine how my wife is thinking about put some oily stuff right into the floor. Not good, but it needs to stay there. Fellas and fellacitas, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Holy smoke, where's my second glove? Oh, right over there. So now I will put you back into the trunk area. Ah, you are a heavy guy. Heavy guy. That's a shame. So is it the 81050 or is it the 61050? That's great. I would say it's the 81050. Is it the 6? Well, let's figure it out with the interwebs. Okay, bring the thunder! Alright, that would be enough. So, seems to be stewed just pretty in there. Alright. So now I have to drain my cooling system before the winter is coming. Great. I have to crawl right under the engine bay. Whew! See you next time in a 4-wheel shed. Always shut the door before the coolers are coming. Alright. Huh.